Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Dynasty's Racing League's Grand National Series. Tonight, we are here at Richmond International Speedway. We're going to be here for 175 laps. I hope that's right. It says 175 in both spots, so I'm praying that we got everything right tonight and not looking for an extra 50 laps. Tonight, I am joined in the booth. Yes, I am. I am joined in the booth by Nathan Pollard. Nathan, how you doing tonight?
Pretty good, pretty good.
Well, we are here at Richmond, and it's going to be a really fun and spectacular race here this evening, as the lights will be coming on. It looks like Clay Phillips done tagged the outside wall. Gonna have to start over. Let's see. My man tonight. Who's my man tonight? My man tonight is going to be James Larillo, and that is my pick for tonight. Who's your pick for tonight?
I think I'm gonna go with Ryan. Ryan has.
Oh, yeah, you would, wouldn't you? No, it's all right.
I would. I would.
Hesgard's pretty fast here tonight. Him, Clay Phillips, Gary Cornwett. Gary Cornwett has actually been a little fast here this evening as well. Kind of surprised me a little bit. Now, Clay Phillips has done tagged the wall again. So, he's not going to start where he wanted to. And he was one of the fastest drivers out here tonight as well. Let's see. Old Getty Butner's out on the track. Now, he was really fast in practice as well. Looking forward to seeing what Getty can do here this evening. And right now, he is sitting on the pole by half a second.
Yeah, that's what Getty does best. He qualifies really.
Yeah, well, putting that thing on the pole and keeping it there is two different things. Now, Getty's got him quite a few wins here this week. In this series, we're going to take a quick look at our point standings. Hesgard got 3 wins. Getty Buckner's got 2. Matt Lovett, what an awesome drive last week. Comes home with a win. Ben Izinga's got him a win as well. Clay Phillips down in 18th position. He's finally made it into the top 20. Not where he wanted to be, and he's still not got that elusive pole. Well, actually, he has got the pole. He has not got a win yet. So we're looking forward to seeing something come out of Clay Phillips here this evening as well. Where is Larillo? Not even qualified yet? There he is. No, he ain't even qualified.
Neither is Bill or Ben or Ryan. We got a couple of people still haven't qualified.
Well, you know, they're probably waiting to the last second to try to get as much cool temperature as they can. But with 2 minutes to go, I think now would probably be a good time to start getting out there. As Larillo has just took the field. And he has just took the wall, too. So him and Hesgard both look like they both tagged the wall. So we'll watch Larillo, see if he can't take that pole away from Buckner.
Wow, Andrew Marsh laid down a really nice lap. It's gonna be his second round.
Yeah, he was really fast here in practice. I look forward to seeing Mr. Marsh come away with a top 5 here tonight.
Yeah, he's been having some pretty bad luck lately, so he needs a good one. He needs a good finish to get his confidence up.
Well, I think Bill Edwards and Darius Jackson may be running into some problems as they are not even on the track yet. Randy Baker's probably going to start at the back. I'm pretty sure he's sitting there waiting to cross the start-finish line. So Larillo, Hesgard make it into the top 3. Nobody took the pole away from Getty. Imagine that. So our last driver we are waiting on is Randy Baker, who has got 20 seconds to cross the start-finish line. You know, if he paints that car a little redder, it would look almost like the Tasmanian Devil Earnhardt car I got.
Oh, that would look cool.
6 seconds, bud. You better. There you go. Whew.
Yeah, he called it really close.
Yes, he did. Sometimes you gotta go across about 10 seconds early just to make sure it gets in there. iRacing has been known to mess you over. So let me find old Getty Buckner and lock in on him. Go to TV2. And we're getting set for this race. I'm going to see if I can't grab a quick interview with Getty. Mr. Buckner, you got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do, David. How are you doing?
Well, you took the pole again. You going to finish there?
Absolutely not. With all the pit strategy that Richmond has and the fact that no matter what qualifying says, Ryan Hesgaard, as you will see, is very, very fast here. I'm fast enough. I think I got the top 5 down if I can keep my car clean. But anything else would be just expecting too much. It's going to be. Actually, I don't know what it's going to be here tonight. It could be very unpredictable, but I think one thing I do know is Ryan Hesgaard. If he's not in front of me, he'll be directly behind me the whole race. And there's a lot of fast guys here. As you can tell, the times are really tight. So racing should be fun. And, I mean, let's get some nighttime Richmond going, eh, David?
Oh, yeah. Well, the only thing I would be concerned about with Hesgaard would be that right fender on the front there, bud, and come in contact with my left rear end.
Oh, his fender doesn't scare me. It's the dude in the seat that scares me. He's so fast here. It's not like he's like so much faster than me. He's very, very consistent. He'll run 100 laps, and each one will look identical. And that's tough to do here at a track that's kind of goofy like Richmond. So, I mean, I got the pole here. I'm glad I did because this gives me an opportunity to lead a lap. And after that, you know, it's just basically waiting 174 more laps until the end, man.
Well, we ain't going to talk about leading laps here tonight, but we're going to put you back down into SGK, and good luck tonight, brother.
I appreciate it, David. Good luck tonight, bud.
Yep.
Good luck, Ryan. Good luck.
Yeah, thanks, Nate.
Well, Getty Buckner did get the pole. Let's see how long he gets to hold it up there. The lights are on, and the sun is going down, so we are going short track racing here tonight. Saturday night racing on a Tuesday night. Can't wait to get this thing done.
Yeah, it should be fun. Should see a lot of should be a lot of beating men.
Yep. Now we are partly cloudy here tonight. Track temperature and air temperature is 82, so it's dropped considerably, and I expect to see that to come down a lot more before tonight's race is over with. 4-mile-an-hour winds out of the southwest, so not too bad here tonight. Great racing conditions, a lot of grip for these gentlemen, but the longer we go, the harder it's going to be for these guys to keep up. I don't expect to see too many yellows, but I would like to see that long green flag run with, I think, what do we got, 21 or 22 drivers here tonight? I think it's 21 drivers.
Yep, 21 drivers.
So not too bad of a race here to take away. Pace cars in. Getty's down and away.
Green, green, green.
And we are green flag racing. Wow, Getty did not waste any time to get a half a second lead.
No, he did not. He knows that Ryan will be coming for him, and he's like, bye, gotta go.
And there he went around Larillo. Oh, Izinga doing a nice job here tonight as well. I can't get over how well Izinga's been doing here lately. Now we got the 54 car of Andrew Short trying to make his way around Clay Phillips. And I don't know why I get the hiccups every time we start these broadcasts.
Yeah, well, just, yeah.
Well, thank God Dustin Jones decided to not make that 3 wide.
Looks like everyone but Andrew and Andrew Shorts and Clay Phillips is single file.
And Mr. Short's still not giving up. He is trying to get his nose up underneath Clay Phillips. That inside line is just not going to work for you tonight. I got a funny feeling that you're going to see some self spins coming around once get some laps on these tires. That car on the inside will break loose and eat the inside fence. Hesgard has now caught the back end of Getty Buckner. Lap 5. One more, and we're in the safe zone for a yellow flag. But at least it won't cost you 30 seconds down pit road anyway.
I thought they changed that they won't, that they're not, they got rid of that rule. It's just an EOL from now on.
I don't know. I'm an administrator and still don't know. You know, it was a surprise to me that they did it, and the only way I found out about it was watching one of the broadcasts, and it looks like Getty Buckner and Hesgard both have just collected the outside wall. Hesgard taking a major hit on that. Getty doesn't look too bad, but Hesgard's right fender is tore all to pieces. That is not what Hesgard or Getty wanted to see here tonight, and that's going to leave the door open here for Larillo. But you got to get around Izinga first.
And it looks like Andrew Shorts just got the outside wall too coming up.
Yeah, he's tore that car up a lot too. Looks like, actually, it looks worse than Hesgard's. Andrew Marsh is still sitting right on the back end of James Larillo, trying to make his move. Now the top 5 cars have pulled away a considerable gap over top of David Wright, who is currently running in 6th place and is going to be challenged here soon by Paul Barbuza. And then you got Clay Phillips running in 8th. I'm sure he's just trying to ride for the first 150 laps or so.
Yeah, that'd be my plan too. Clay Phillips just got the wall.
Well,
into 1, it looks like.
Let's see how bad he got damaged. Well, it doesn't look that bad, so they probably just brushed his paint off of it a little bit.
Yeah, that everyone will get the wall at least once this.
Well, not everyone, but some people are a lot better than others. And Hesgard is all into the back end of Getty Buckner. And he gains about 5 foot every lap. Sometimes, I don't know, Getty's not as consistent as Hesgard is, like he mentioned. And Hesgard will just shove that thing right on down in the turn and gain so much.
Yeah, when working with Ryan, he just very consistent, very good, consistent racer, does everything pretty well. He just does consistent laps all the time.
And he is trying to make his move now. Getty gave him enough room, but didn't really want to shove it in there right then.
Yeah, Getty and Ryan have a lot of respect for each other. It's really fun to hang out with these guys and watch these guys races. They do a great job, respect each other.
But, you know, they do spend a lot of time practicing with each other. The SGK and the S2R drivers practice week in and week out at these tracks. That's how come they're fast here every week. And practice shows up in your racing. It really does. And Hesgard is gone. Getty lets him go. Izinga is closing in along with Andrew Marsh. See if we can't jump back here in the back and see what's going on with Wenzel. Wenzel's done grabbed the wall. Brent Kingcott looks pretty clean. He's doing battle right now with Bill Edwards, who's on the inside of him.
Speaking of, Randy Baker just spun out. Coming off him too. No caution. Let's
see what that is. We'll ride along with Mr. Baker and find out what's going on. He's way off the pace. Bet he's going to get into the wall right here. Yep. That's exactly what happened. Hey, we got Ben Izinga making a move up here to get around Getty Buckner. Well, looks like Larillo's going to be making that move here soon as well. They don't want to let Hesgard run away.
Oh, they do not. Yeah, right. If Ryan gets out there, he will be gone. Yeah.
That's about when you start laying down $5. Never mind. I don't want to say that because somebody might actually do it. Thinking I'm serious. Pay a lapper $5 to take him out.
Oh, please don't. I don't.
We're sitting here watching Larillo. Larillo is working the back end of Getty. And we got a car on the inside down there on the bottom of the track. That is Martin Wenzel. Oh, he's gone through the grass, so let's see what's going on with him. He locks it up going in. Grabs the outside wall, rides the outside wall. And he ain't done wrecking yet.
No, he is not.
Looks like his wheels, camber is tore all to pieces. Because the wheels are turned left, and I'm sure he's turning right. So his camber is way off.
Yeah, something must have gone wrong with his equipment.
And back here to this battle in the top 5. So almost 2 yellows here tonight. Maybe Wenzel will get that car straightened out, get the toe back in on it. Go back out there and make him some laps. Side Darius Jackson did not take the field here, ladies and gentlemen, just in case you were wondering. It's some tight racing going on between Getty Buckner and Larillo. Larillo is doing everything he can to try to get up underneath him. Getty's just holding it right in a position to where you can't really get your car up underneath him going to the turns. I mean, he's staying about a groove or about a half a groove up off the track in 1 and 2. And he's right there on the bottom in 3 and 4. So, and just as I said that, he hits the bottom. It's kind of like he knows where Larillo is at when Larillo gets a good run, a good head of steam. And the good news is Hesgard is not pulling away.
Yeah, that's a good thing. That means that he's not just gonna run away with it.
I mean, he'll get up there and then he'll gain a little, he'll lose a little. Oh, Izinga got really, really loose. Getty up underneath him. 30 laps on these tires. You got to be screaming, I need some new tires.
Yeah. I always try to conserve tires.
I think tire strategy here tonight is going to be around 50 laps or so. I don't know about coming in around 35 or I wouldn't want to do it. Some drivers may elect to try to do 60. Mike Lemon working the back end of Paul Barzbooza. That's another one of them Taz cars.
Yeah, it looks like we got a small pack headed up by Dustin Jones, Andrew Marsh, Clay Phillips, and James Vandoff.
And JP got him a solid white car here tonight for the new DRL colors. Oh, and Lemon is into the fence.
Oh, no. It sounds like it was Randy's fault.
Well, let's find out. Lemon is on the back end of Paul Barzbooza.
It kind of looks like
Randy Baker goes up.
Yeah, and Mike kind of just
Tags the wall, yeah, and Lemon drives right into the side of him.
Yeah.
Wow. First yellow flag of the night. Time to get them good tires. Get back out there on the track. Ouch. Well, as these drivers are going to come down pit road, that's going to give Hesgard a chance to get some of that damage fixed. Now would be the time to do it. To stay on pit road that extra little bit of time, Hesgard. You might put yourself back there in the back of the field, but at least you got a fast car, and if you can get that fender fixed, you might stand a chance here tonight. Izinga's still got a really good car. Getty's got a great car. I'm sure Getty's all superficial.
Yeah. Oh, Ryan slipped through his box. Oh, that's not good.
Oops. Yeah, he's got a lot of damage to the front end of that car, and he does not take any repairs at all.
Ben Izinga made it off the pit road first.
Well, that's how you leave one there, Izinga. In and out with the fastest time. 14.3 second pit stop for Mr. Izinga. Getty Butner had a 15-second flat pit stop and still come out second. Hesgard had a 14.7 and was in pit first. But that backing up is what cost him his positions. Well, the sun is definitely going down here tonight at Richmond. As we're working our first yellow of the night, we got Mike Lemon still on pit road, getting some repairs done. Martin Wenzel is getting some work done. Matt Lovett's back down pit road.
And Randy Baker disconnected.
Did Matt Lovett take damage?
I don't know. I'm gonna go back and look.
No, it doesn't look. It doesn't appear. Oh, he missed his box again. His car looks fine, so. And Mike Lemon did come down pit road twice. So I'm not sure why Mr. Lemon, trying to get as much repair of that car as he can. Front end all mangled up. Back end all mangled up. Not a good night for SGK right there. And you got Andrew Short back here in 16th place as well. Jordan Larson. Now, we haven't talked much about him here lately, but got a pretty good clean car here tonight. Riding along in 15th position. Lights are out on the pace car, and we're set to go green flag racing. Eighteen cars still on the lead lap. Izinga down and away. You get that man some clean air, I think he'll be all right. Whoa!
Oh, Gary, there goes Gary.
Cornwet really lost it right there.
Yeah, I think it looks like he hit the, yellow line or the apron, and he just.
That's exactly what happened. He got a little loose there in 3 and 4. I mean, in 1 and 2. And he's going to come all the way down. Trying to get up underneath right. Gets up underneath the apron just a little too far. Doesn't hit anything, though. So, with any luck, he's back in this thing.
Yeah, get a caution, get some new tires on it, and he'll be right back in those races.
Yeah, he's definitely going to want some new tires after that. Everybody's trying to be single file. Looks like old JP's trying to make a move to get up underneath Bill Edwards. You got Paul Barbuza all over the back end of JP. Dustin Jones in the mix as well. And this is, of course, a battle for 10th place. Paul Barbuza is actually in 10th place. Hesgard done caught the back end of Izinga and is waiting to make his move. Martin Wenzel must have had some serious damage, as he is still on pit road.
Looks like Andrew Marsh is trying to get around Getty.
He dives it in there. Just not able to capitalize on it. I think Getty just tagged the wall because he's definitely got some fender damage now. Let's take a quick replay at that.
I know Andrew's going to try to go right with him too, right?
I think right here Getty's going to grab the outside fence. Well, he didn't, but he sure did pick up some damage.
Ryan finally got around Ben, so Ryan back to the lead.
Let's take a quick look at that since we missed it. Hesgard and Izinga doing battle. This is a replay. Looks like Izinga swings a little wide. Hesgard goes up underneath him. Smooth move. Don't need no X-lax there. $51 laps, 52 laps into this 175. Got about 122 laps to go before the rest of this is over. And these gentlemen have got to be thinking, man, we need that long green flag run. Cornwett has actually taken damage trying to get back up into the field. Don't know where he's got that damage from. But he has actually tagged a wall somewhere. Oh, Rod Fossenall is sitting there doing battle with Andrew Short and Mike Lemon, two SGK racers, and he's sandwiched in between them. And our winner last week, Matt Lovett, not doing too bad tonight. Still got a clean car. Makes me want to have a Coca-Cola. Hesgard pulled away to 3/4 of a second. And you got Larillo all over the back end of Izinga. Literally. And old Getty Butner just sitting back there riding in 5th place. Just hoping somebody messes up. That's some tight racing amongst these. Oh, tag. Larillo got in the back end of Izinga. And he's bumping him down the straightaway. Hey, dude, you're holding me up. Watch out.
And that's and Andrew Marsh is just going to follow right around, or James. Right.
Yeah, Marsh is trying to get up underneath Izinga, but I don't think it's going to happen. Izinga's got the preferred line on the outside. And I bet he was a little frustrated about getting tagged twice in the back end by Larillo.
While that was going on, Ryan opened up a 1 second lead on James. So.
Well, Larillo's been fast here all evening, so I expect to see that gap to close. And he's not walking away just yet.
The yellow flag is out.
And we do have a yellow flag. JP's involved for sure.
It looks like it. Looks like James. Looks like James just hit the wall coming out of 3 and 4, and he slid down, and Paul just kind of, when he slid down, Paul was just wrong place, wrong time.
Yep, that's the way I see it. Both those drivers are going to need some extensive repairs after that. More Goodyear tires at lap 62. Come on, Hesgard. Now you got to get that car fixed if you want to run away with this race here tonight. You know, I would really be surprised if Hesgard does not win the championship this year. I mean, he came so close last year.
I agree. I think it'll come down between Getty and Ryan. I was joking earlier in the year that we'd all be lucky if anyone but Ryan or Getty won every race.
Well, they can't win them all. Not if I have $5 to say about it. Hint, hint. Well, Hesgard did make it out first this time. Didn't overshoot his box, so he's going to restart this race in first. Ben Izinga's going to restart in second, followed by Larillo, Marsh, Buckner, Wright, Phillips, Edwards, Barbuza, Lemon, and Jordan Larson made it up into the 11th position.
Our last week's winner, Matt Lovett, is in.
Is where?
He's going to restart 14th, and so Matt Lovett's going to restart 14th, and Gary Conwell, after spinning out, is got his fresh tires, and he's going to restart 6th.
Let's see if he got any of that damage fixed. That's what I want to see. Yeah, it's still got a little bit of front fender damage, but I believe he'll be all right. The lights should be going out this time by, and they should be doubling up as we prepare to take the restart on lap 67. Still got over 100 laps of racing here to go tonight. Well, ladies and gentlemen, our next race is going to be at Talladega International Speedway. It's going to be Tuesday, April the 30th, 9:30. Anybody can win there, brother. Trust me, I know all about that one. Our next broadcast is going to be tomorrow night. It's going to be Bristol Motor Speedway. Talking about some tempers flaring there. 150 laps of Bristol Motor Speedway is going to seem like forever in them trucks. But I can't wait to run it. Look forward to it. We got that purple sky going on in the background as we get ready to restart. Headguard is gone. Oh, Rick, what is going on? That's a big one. And no yellow. Wow. What is going on? Getty Butner was all in the middle of that one, so let's see what happened.
Oh, it looks like Getty kind of tapped, going into the corner, tapped James and got him sideways, and then James tried to correct, and when James went up, he got Getty.
Wow. Now, no yellow as of this point, and then
they did throw it finally.
Oh, the administrators threw the yellow. Because I was about to say, all the cars kept going. Getty took a big beating on that one. David Wright involved in it.
So did Bill Edwards got really bad.
David Wright got a lot of front end damage. Pandolf involved in that as well, was he not? Pandolf was involved in that. I think he was. He may have not have been, but he was pretty close. Larillo definitely. Let's take a ride in car with Larillo. This is Larillo's view. He makes it 3 wide right there. Gets tagged in the rear end. Ooh!
Getty kind of got squashed in the middle of David and Bill.
All right, on board with Getty Buckner. See what he sees. Wow.
And Bill just wrong again, just wrong
Place, the wrong time. Yep.
Yeah, Bill had been working his way up. He started in 20th and was.
let's see, 8 laps on their tires. First person down the pit road was Brent Kingcott, Bill Edwards, Larillo, Buckner, Wright. Of course, now these gentlemen were involved in the wreck. Matt Lovett. I don't think he was involved in the wreck, but it's showing him 5 laps down.
He had a connection issue. He just came.
Well, that explains why he's 5 laps down and was in the top 10 there, or 15 or whatever on the restart. And I keep losing my lighter.
You know who benefited the most out of that caution? It looks like Clay Phillips. He's up to 4th.
Way to go, Clay.
Same with Mike Lemon and Paul
Barbuza.
Barbuza.
Alrighty. Well, Izinga's got the preferred line. Looks like Hesgard is called the outside. He's going to restart on the outside this time, I believe. Don't quote me on that, because he may switch lines just here as soon as the lights go out. But he's lined up to restart on the outside, and he is going to elect to start on the outside. Smooth move. I think he's going to like this one. Now, of course, he has to still wait for Hesgard to take the actual start. Clay Phillips anticipating. Anticipated wrong. Andrew Marsh to the inside of Phillips. Makes the move work. How about old Jordan Larson? Made his way up into the top 6, working on Barbuza.
Yeah, yes, he has. He's done a really good job. The other person who benefited really well from that caution is Gary. Gary picked up positions from his spin earlier in the race. Oh no, James.
Larillo. Wow.
Got another one. Looks like Bill got into him. Oh no, he was just loose center in the corner.
He gets around Bill quickly. Looks like Dustin Jones in front of him was struggling. Oh, he gets on the brakes to try to avoid running in the back end of Pandolf. That's what it was. The closing gap was so fast on Pandolf because Dustin Jones and Pandolf were racing for position. Larillo got on the brakes and they must have grabbed and spun him sideways. Now the leader comes down pit road. Yep, it's time to go down pit road. If I'm Brett Kingcott, I stay out. Dustin Jones stayed out, that's for sure. And JP. Andrew Marsh stayed out as well. 15 laps doesn't seem so much for them. 15 laps is what Andrew Marsh has on his tires. Brent Kingcott has 8. Dustin Jones has 15. And Pandolf only has 6 laps on his tires. So not a bad call for those gentlemen staying out. I'd have stayed out. Plus, Andrew Short gets to pick up some of those valuable bonus points. And believe it or not, we are not even halfway yet. We're working caution number 4 for 17 laps. Air temperatures come down to 81. We're still at 83 degrees track temperature. And the sun is gone, ladies and gentlemen. We are now officially in nighttime racing here at Bristol. At Richmond International Speedway. Yeah, I got Bristol on my mind.
Yeah, good luck in tomorrow's race.
Yeah, I'm going to need it, brother. I'm going to need it. Well, let's see what Mr. Short decides to do. He says he wants the inside line, I believe. A King Cox has still got a clean car. That snap-on car looks to be damage-free. Dustin Jones seems to be pretty clean tonight as well. I don't even have to look. I know Izinga is.
Andrew Marshall looks pretty clean too.
Well, the lights are out. We're getting ready to go back green flag racing. Hesgard, third car on the inside. You know he's going to want to be going really, really fast. And they're down and away. Short got him a really good jump. Dustin Jones working the inside of King Cox. Hesgard the inside of Pandal. Or I should say Izinga. Well, a 91 lets everybody go.
They were 3 right for.
Clay Phillips. Oh, don't do that. Wow. That was close. That should have been a wreck. Yeah. Take a quick look at that. Clay Phillips gets him a really good run. He almost makes contact with a 91. Oh, he got on the brakes really hard to keep from getting into the side of Izinga. His brakes are hot now. And that battle is still continuing between Izinga, Phillips, and Pandal. How about Getty Butner is still hanging in there in the top 13 in this mess of things.
Ryan finally got around Dustin and is slowly catching Andrew Jordan for the lead.
He's making his move now.
I think Andrew just let him go. He knows that Ryan's faster. He'll He'll try to wait for his tires to come in, or wait for Ryan's tires to die off, and hopefully.
JP and Larson doing battle along with Gary Cornwett. Whoa! Man, they driving like it's the last lap. Getty Butner right in the middle of everything.
Oh,
and
Justin and Brent King.
That's Larson was involved in that. And I think he's going to get tagged here by the 91. Yep, pushes right up into the side of him. He does a really good job not backing that thing up into the fence.
Yeah, he held his brake too. So.
Which is what you're supposed to do. Well, you got to imagine everybody's coming back down pit road. His guard's down. So, yeah, the leaders are now going to come back down pit road. Barbuza decided to stay out. Try to get back out on the lead lap, if I'm not mistaken.
No, Paul's on the lead lap. David Wright's trying to get a lap back.
Oh, that's who that was.
Andrew Shorts looks like he only took 2 tires.
I don't think 2 tires are going to work here, brother. We'll take a quick look and see. He took left side tires. Right side tires, I'm sorry. Topped off. Well, no, he took 4. Andrew Marsh took 4.
It looks like he only took 2, but...
Oh, you said Short took 2.
Yeah. Sorry, wrong person, sorry.
Alright, let's find out. Too many Andrews.
Yeah.
I'm so glad replays are working tonight. Okay, let's see what he does here. Takes right side. Down and away. You're right. 2 tire stop. Don't want to be sitting in your shoes, brother.
I personally, I feel like 2 tires only really work it at like a place like Talladega or Daytona where tires aren't so important.
Wow. Am I seeing that correctly?
Seeing what correctly?
The front tire is not moving on that is weird. The left front tire of David Wright's car is not turning at all. I mean, it is locked slap up. Well, it won't take him long to blow a tire that way.
Yeah, I've had that happen to me a couple times.
And it's smoking, and as he goes around the track, he's actually leaving a mark. He's got to know that that tire is not moving. We are Green Flag Racing, but wow. He's got to come down pit road. There's just no way around that.
Clay Phillips just went around Andrew Shorts for the lead, and Ryan is right on Clay's butt.
Hold him off, Clay. Hold him off. There you go. You got that lap led. That's all that matters. Now you need to lead the last one. Hesgar gave him a little bump and gave him another little bump.
Major bump. That's a major bump.
Oh!
That's a huge one. That's Ben Izinga.
That's every car that didn't have damage. Well, let's
looks like
jump in.
Ryan's race is over.
Let's jump in car with Hesgar. There's one. There's two. Let's see what it looks like from this angle. A lot of cars going to get caught up in this one. From the front all the way to the back.
And it looks like Andrew Marsh, so Ben Izinga tried to check up, and Andrew didn't see what was happening, so he ran in the back of it.
Well, the good news is Mr. Wright has time to get that tire fixed. He has got both front wheels locked up now. That thing can't be turning. And he's leaving black marks all the way around the track. I'm going to grab Mr. Wright for an interview real quick and see if he knows what's going on with his tires. Mr. David Wright, you got a copy, brother?
Yes, sir, I do.
Do you happen to know that your front wheels are not moving?
Well, no, because I have no more repairs to make. I can't tell you what they're doing, but it sure don't turn.
Well, I think they are finally rolling now. But a second ago, nope, the right front suspension tire is not moving, and the left front is not moving. So,
yeah, I've had some kind of glitch.
And you're leaving black marks all the way around the track, brother.
Am I really? I'm not seeing none of that. I'm not seeing any of it.
Well, we're seeing it in our broadcast booth, that's for sure.
Yeah, I've got some guys talking to me, but I had nobody. I mean, I'm not seeing it. I've had a bad iRacing glitch somehow.
Yeah. Well, hang in there, brother. This race is almost over. Just another 75 more laps to go.
I don't think I can turn that. My car won't go more than 50 mile an hour in the turns.
Oh, well, you may want to see if you can't park it or hit the wall a little bit and see if you can't get a repair.
Hey, that's a good idea.
Yeah, that's what I'd do if I try to get them tires up off the fenders there. Anyway, where you want me to put you back at? I didn't even pay no attention to where you were at.
Dysfunctional Patriots.
All right, brother.
Ooh, the car turns.
Wow. That is really weird that his tires are not moving, man.
That is super weird.
Well, after everything shakes out, Marsh, Marsh, it's going to be the battle of the Andrews on the front row. Then we're followed by Mike Lemon, Dustin Jones, Getty Buckner, Paul Barboza, James Larillo, Brent Kingcott, and Jordan Larson. None of those drivers decided to come down pit road.
It looks like that two-tire stop Andrew Short made is planned out beautifully. He really avoided that caution.
Well, not only that, he took very minimal damage when he got into that wreck, when that wreck happened, because he just barely brushed the outside wall. And as you can see, he's got very, very little damage to the front end of his right. But he got a little bit of extra damage to the left front. So.
Green flag, green flag.
And we are not. We are now green flag racing. And we are now live. And I said we wasn't going to have many yellows tonight. I'm hoping that maybe we get these last 72 laps in here caution free. As we do have the Battle of the Andrews going on.
Cody Phillips just ran into the wall coming out of 2.
Let's see what happens to Mr. Phillips. He's stuck in a pack right here. See if he gets a little help from Edwards.
Yeah, he got a little help from Jordan.
He looks like he's thinking about making it 3 wide. Oh, Larson net coated him. That's what happened. So back up front.
Yeah, Andrew Marsh is making his move.
Wow. Lemon up underneath Getty Butner. Trying to take away that 3rd position from Buckner. Well, despite all that damage Getty's got, he's doing really good hanging in there in the top 3. It looks like Marsh is pulled away almost by half a second. And Getty Butner just went around Andrew Short, took away that 2nd position. Larillo in the back end of somebody. Looks like it's going to be into the back end of Dustin Jones. If he didn't get him, he sure was close.
Andrew, looks like Andrew Marsh is spread out.
Yeah, he got him.
Now got he spread out his lead over Getty Buckner to about.
I still hear him beating and banging somewhere. Andrew, oh, Barboza, what was going on there? Oh, he's stuck in the middle. Wow. See what's going on with Mr. Barboza here. There was the noise I heard. Stuck up against the fence. Oh, he comes down across the nose of Edwards there. Hangs on to it. Kept it straight. Wow. And they're 3 wide racing in front of him. They tried to bring out another yellow. That has left the door open for Mr. Marsh, who's pulled away to almost a 1.5 second lead over top of Getty Buckner. Getty needs a yellow to get back up in this thing. Of course, Mr. Marsh could use a win here tonight. Hint, hint. And my pick tonight, Larillo, is still running in 4th position. It's not where he wanted to be here tonight. Still looking for that elusive win, but he'll get it before this season's over with. As these cars are starting to get separated, the top 4 are. You have to come all the way back to Dustin Jones Brent Kingcott, Gary Cornwett, and Andrew Short to find any kind of battling going on. And it looks like Gary Cornwett got around Andrew Short. Wow, some of our big name drivers are 1 or more laps down. Hesgard, 11 laps down. Izinga, 14. David Wright, well, I mean, we know why he's 28 laps down. But he's actually, I don't know if he's parked his car or not. Looks like they're trying to do some repairs to it. So maybe he finally hit the wall again and got him to give him some repairs. Getty Butner looks like he's gaining a little bit on Marsh. And just as I said that, the clock goes up. Car 54, where are you? Trying to make his move around corner wet, Mr. Kingcott is. Just a little over 53 laps to go in this race, ladies and gentlemen. It has been an eventful night here tonight. We've had 6 yellows for 28 laps. And it looks like Kingcott just blinked out. Our air temperature has come down to 86, but our track temperatures went up. Our air temperatures come down to 81. Our track temperatures went up to 86. So with a little bit of rubber being laid down, this track getting warm from the tires. Looks like Hesgard's finally made it back out on the track after getting his repairs. 15 laps down. Don't know what was going on there. Oh, Clay Phillips all into the wall. What is going on? See if surely Hesgard didn't have anything to do with any of this. He's on the bottom of the track. Farsenal just drives right into Phillips. Farsenal is all into the back end of Wright too. I mean, not Wright. Edwards. So let's see what happens here again. So we're looking at this, figure out what's going on. Well, oh wow. Barboza gets into the wall, and then he gets into another driver. That wasn't even Barboza.
Looking at it, I think Gary Cornwell is he might actually have something for Andrew Marsh because he's slowly been climbing up the ladder. If he can get an our caution, I think he's got something for Andrew.
Well, they're trying to give him a yellow, that's for sure. And it was Kingcott, the car that I was looking at. Let me go back and look at that again. Makes contact there, gets down into the 54. That's what happened. That's what started that whole thing. Now we got a battle going on between Mr. Lemon and Larillo. And this is a battle for third position. You know, Larillo at least wants the top 3 out of the night. I will be really surprised if S2R does not make it into the top 3 tonight. But all in all, SGK is having a really good run here tonight, with Butner being in second and Mike Lemon being in third.
Gary's in fifth.
And just as I clicked away, Larillo jumps up underneath Lemon. And he makes the pass. It was a tight pass, but he made it. These laps are finally coming to a close.
Andrew Marsh is slowly catching James Randall.
All you got to do is hit your marks here tonight, Mr. Marsh. Take your time. You'll walk away with this thing. Well, he finally made himself around Fandoff. Now Butner's got to do the same. And I believe Larillo is actually gaining on Butner. Let's see if that's correct. 1.7 seconds back off the back end of Butner.
Getty has definitely closed his gap to
Marsh.
Andrew.
Yeah, he's getting faster. Yep. And Larillo is gaining on Getty. So it's time to go fast now.
We got about 35 laps left to go.
We got exactly 35 laps to go. Now the cream is going to start rising to the top. It always does in these races. The cream always rises to the top. Except for Mr. Hesgard here tonight. Now Hesgard is currently 15 laps down. He is 1 lap off of the back end of Ben Izinga for 16th position. Not the night Hesgard was wanting to have here tonight. But wrong place, wrong time, wrong hit, wrong person. Oh, we have got a yellow flag. And Larson's involved. I think Larson was involved. His speed dropped all of a sudden, so let's find out.
It looks like he gets loose, and oh no, Clay bumps him coming out of 3 and 4 and just turns it.
Yep, drives right into the back end of him, turns him right on around. Not too bad damage from either one of those drivers on that contact there, but that'll do it. Clay Phillips going to lose his 10th position over that. He's going to drop all the way back to at least 13th. if race control gives him an EOL for that. Well, Andrew Marsh didn't waste any time to come down pit road with 51 laps on his tires. I'm sure that's not what he had on his tires, but JP he's got 43 laps on his tires. So he's been out there for quite a while. Getty Butner got the position where he needs to be. See if he can get on and off pit road first.
I think Getty slid through his box.
And he does. He beats Larillo. So Getty Butner.
Did?
So Getty Butner is now our new leader. Followed by Larillo, Mike Lemon, Bill Edwards, Paul Barbuza, Gary Cornwett, Andrew Short. After
what happened? What happened to Andrew Marsh?
I don't know, but he is just now leaving pit road. So let's find out. Oh, he backed up. He had to back up to get into his pit box. Wow. That'll do it. Costly mistake will cost you a race. Well, now we got SGK, S2R, SGK restarting this race. Hesgard trying to get him one of his laps back. Should be a really exciting race here coming to a close. $30 laps to go this time by. Should be really, really exciting for these last 30 laps. Fresh tires for everybody. Now between Getty Butner and James Larillo, they've been down pit road 8 times. Bill Edwards has been down pit road 11 times and sits in 4th place.
Gary Cornwett is in 6th, so it looks like SGK has at least 3 of their 4 racers in the top.
In the top what?
In the top 10.
Okay. Well, Getty Butner elects to take the inside on the restart, hoping his car is not as damaged as much as Larillo's is, but both of those cars look pretty messed up.
Mike Lemon doesn't look too bad.
No, he doesn't. I was just sitting here thinking the same thing. Not too bad on the front. Not too bad on the back. Getty's down and away.
Green flag.
Mike Lemon up underneath Larillo. He says, I got a better car than you right now. Oh, Larillo drives it in deep. And they are still battling it out. Lemon going to try to make that inside line work, and he does.
And Getty's like, okay, you guys can keep battling as long as I get to pull away.
That is the first time we've seen tonight that the inside line actually worked. We got a mess back here with Edwards, Cornwett, Par Balbuza, and Andrew Short. Now Larillo has made his move back around Lemon, and he's going to make it to the inside, but Lemon's going to battle back on that outside. That's where the outside line really comes into play. You can hold that driver down on the inside right there, and he can't make that move, which is really why I was surprised to see the inside line work. And after about 2 laps, Larillo does make that inside line work.
it looks. Getty's pulled out to a 1 second leader.
Well, we know what Getty's going to do, but he's got to worry about that 13 car right there. He's done.
I think he's super. Like he looks in his rearview mirror and sees that they're side by side. And he's like, "Oh, keep going, just keep battling. I can just drive."
Wow, Cornwett drove that thing really hard on the inside of Lemon and made it work. I thought I heard tires spinning.
It's Ryan. It was Ryan.
Hesgard?
Ryan, yeah, because he manually disconnected. Maybe not, actually.
See if you can find it, because Hesgard is really slow on the track. Looks like Izinga might have been involved in that. Let's see what's going on.
So it sounds like the 54 got it, hit the wall, and then got into the 22.
Okay. All right, now we're on board with the 54. Carl Larson is coming up. Carl.
Yeah, that's what I've got. I've got Andrew just.
Yep, he comes down and grabs Larson, and that'll do it. And Butner decided to stay out, and you know what everybody else did, right?
They went and said, I want tires.
That's exactly what they said. And JP, ooh, wow. He thought about coming down pit road and then missed the entry. So JP's probably going to restart this race in about 4th or 5th. It looks like he's going to restart in 6th if he doesn't come down pit road. So Larillo, Marsh, and Cornwett and Edwards all came down pit road. We got Getty Butner in the beginning of this pack, and then Larillo closing the tail end of it up in 6th. But Larillo, Pandolf closing it up. I think Pandolf is going to come down pit road. I think he's decided he wants them tires, and he is. He's coming down pit road. So Getty Butner did exactly what he thought he needed to do, and that's probably going to give the race over to Larillo, as we know that when this race restarts, it'll be 15 laps on his tires. I mean, you got to make the call.
Yeah,
If he'd have come down pit road, everybody had stayed out. If he'd stayed out, everybody comes down. That's just the way racing is. You do whatever the opposite of the leader does at the closing laps of this race.
Someone I think is in a good position that is worked his way back up is Andrew
Short or Marsh.
Yeah.
Well, Marsh is currently sitting in 3rd position, so he stands a really good shot. Got fresh tires as well. Car doesn't look as beat up, as banged up as Larillo's does, so we'll see. As the lights are out on the pace car, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set to go for these last 17 laps here tonight. Hope it's a green one. Pace car's in. Getty's down and away.
Green flag, green flag.
Marsh got a heck of a run. Oh, Larillo hard into the wall.
Yeah, and that opened the door for Andrew to try to go chase down.
Yes, it did.
And Getty just barely tagged the wall coming out of.
And they're still beating and banging back here with Larillo. Wow, Larillo all in the back end of Lemon. I think somebody's driving a little mad right now. The car doesn't seem to be wanting to turn for him either. Well, I want you to know that Marsh has caught the back end of Butner.
Yeah,
he looks like he's trying to. Yep, looks like he's trying to make that move here. How about Cornawet? Cornawet's made it up into the top 3.
Yeah. I don't know if I was Andrew Marsh if I'd want to make the move too soon because
there he goes.
Could get right back around him.
Well, if you're going to make that inside line work, you're going to need about 3 laps to do it in. And he's almost got him clear. It's going to be tight racing with 10 laps to go. He beat him to the line that time by a quarter of a fender. Butner finally backs out of it and lets him go. Cornawet's got both of them. While they were sitting there battling it out, Cornawet ran up on the back end of Butner, and he makes the pass. Wow. Something's got to be wrong with Getty Butner's car. He is struggling now.
I think not taking tires is probably not helping.
Oh, that's right. He didn't take tires. Duh.
I think that if Andrew Marsh wins this race, that'll be a really good story. The fact that he slid through his box and came back and won this race, that'll be really big confidence booster.
Yep. Never give up, especially in NASCAR. Marsh is not doing too bad. Now Cornawet's hanging right there. He's not quite let him get away, and he gains a little, he loses a little, he gains a little. But that lap, he gained almost a full 1/10 of a second. So Cornawet's not out of this race yet. He gave up just a little bit that time, but he gains it right back.
I think Andrew Marsh is he's kind of doing his corners right in the sense he's not diving it in there, so he's getting the better run off the corner, and Gary's diving it in, trying to gain into the corner and not so hard off, and is having to wait to get on, so he doesn't have to drive off.
He needs to roll through them turns a little bit better and go up about a half a groove off the bottom if he's going to have any chance at catching Marsh. And at that point, looks like Butner is actually gaining on him. Almost to a full second lead over Cornawet. Cornawet gains a little and then he loses it right back. Four laps to go to make up almost a full second. I think this race is over. If the yellow flag comes out right now, it definitely will be. And just as I said that, Cornawet grabbed the outside wall. Looks like Larillo's trying to get back around Lemon again. But the story of the race right now is going to be Mr. Marsh.
Yes, yes, it is. Okay, Phillips coming out of it right now. After picking up some damage.
Well, at least Clay Phillips is going to finish only one lap down and in the 14th position, so not too bad for Mr. Phillips here tonight. White flag. Barring anything out of the extraordinary, Mr. Marsh is going to win the race. Cornwett second, Butner third, Mike Lemon fourth, and Larillo is going to round out our top 5. Way to go, Mr. Marsh. You have finally got you a win here in Dynasty Racing League.
Andrew Marsh definitely just persevered over that mistake.
Mr. Butner, you got a copy?
Yes, sir, David. I do. How's it going, buddy?
Well, you started this thing on the pole. You're gonna walk away with the thing in third. Had you not stayed out, would you have won the race?
Yes, but you know what? The first thing I have to say, and I don't know if Larillo is going to end up watching this. I apologize to him a million times. There was an incident. I'm not sure if you guys covered it or not, where right on the restart, I came in. He braked a little lighter than I anticipated because normally Larillo is pretty aggressive with his corner entry, and I tagged him. And not only did I tag him, but I know a lot of other cars got involved. I don't wreck people, and I just have to apologize for him. And anyone who's watching, anyone who's watching and is a fan of Larillo or a fan of any of the other cars that got damage, it's hard to enjoy getting third when I really messed up. I was trying to drive in as aggressive as I thought he would, and I misjudged it, which doesn't happen too often. Normally, I'm a pretty laid-back guy when it comes to those restarts, but I just had to get that out of the way. I apologize to Larillo. I apologize to S2R, and also congratulate Andrew Marsh. That was a hell of a run by him.
Yeah, it was a really good run. And believe me, you're going to want to go back and watch this race. Didn't have a glitch one here tonight.
Woo!
Thank God. Knock on wood. But got every replay and got a lot of replays that we didn't even have wrecks on. So, yeah, had a great broadcast, to be honest with you. I thought it was a great broadcast anyway. But anyway.
Might be the good luck that having a co-broadcaster might bring you. Hey,
I hope so, man. I really hope so. Unfortunately, I know Mr. Nathan Pollard is only here tonight because is only here tonight because he just didn't feel comfortable in the car here tonight, which is probably a good thing.
That might have been a smart decision because I mean, with the exception of Andrew Marsh, everyone around here is pretty beat up, and it was a rough race. I got off to a decent start. First couple runs, I just couldn't get in a rhythm that I was getting in practice. I kind of was frying my right front a little bit. I couldn't get my line down. And then as soon as I thought I was feeling it, I was a little over-aggressive on a restart. I took out, Larillo and probably damaged half the field. I know I got a lot of damage from it. And, again, sorry for that. Sorry to the viewers. And, after that, the next couple stints, I just laid in the back of the pack and kind of was seeing what my car could and couldn't do. And then once I realized that I was just as strong as I was before, I went for it. I got to the front, and if I would have come in and maybe even just taken 2, that's my race. But you know what? I'm okay with third, considering the fact that I have almost 2 minutes of damage. Before we continue the interview, I do have to congratulate my teammate, the newest member of SGK Racing, Gary. He also drove a hell of a race, so congratulations to him in second. And Mike and Andrew also had great races after facing adversity.
You know I'm going to ask him if he blew on that monitor, right?
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure he'll have a pretty funny answer for it.
Anyway, congratulations on your top 3 here tonight. Shout outs, get them in, get them out. I know you got them.
Well, yeah, I got to thank my teammates, Gary, Mike, Andrew. We were finally in a position where all 4 of us were here. Andy's been on vacation, so welcome back to him. There was a couple opportunities where we actually were able to do some teammate stuff. Gary, on that last restart, I thought he had something for Andrew, so I was able to just let him by. The difference between second and third means nothing to me. I wanted to try to get Gary a win on those restarts. Able to time it with the teammates. That's what makes this whole the whole thing worth it. Doing it with someone else, doing it with others, and we're happy together, we're sad together, we're cranky together. It's an awesome team to be part of, so I'm really lucky to have these guys behind me. Gotta thank S2R, who we practice with during the week. Ryan, James, Bill, all those guys. I know they didn't have the luck today, part of that being my fault. I'll try to make up for it for James. Next time we're battling, I'll just let him have the position or something. I don't know. He still was running pretty strong afterwards, so I don't feel quite as bad. And then I just got to thank you guys, the admins that keep this thing running, and all the drivers. And then when it comes to the broadcast, we don't broadcast because we like talking to a microphone. We broadcast for the viewers, and you always got to thank them.
Yep. Well, you're definitely going to want to go back and catch this race tonight. There was some really interesting things going on with iRacing, and about halfway you're going to take a look at Mr. Wright as he's riding around the track here tonight.
Yeah, I heard him talking about it. That'll be interesting. Well, hey guys, good broadcast, and I can't wait to watch it.
All right, brother. We'll put you back down into S2R and get Mr. Cornwett.
All right, thanks.
Yep.
Good race, Getty.
Thanks, man.
Now I'll go back down into I'm working on it. Mr. Cornwett, you got a copy?
10-4, David.
Wow. I should have known that I did not fix your microphone. All right, let me turn you down just a little bit. All right, how about now?
Got me?
Yeah. Well, 5 or 6 more laps. Maybe call at Marsh.
I don't know. That last restart, me and James got together. I got a little bit of the wall. Got a little right front damage, tightened me up there. I think if probably 10 more laps, I would have hit him. I had a good long run car. The long runs are really good, but them short runs kind of killed me on the lead. So, but all in all, it was a good race.
Well, I just got that one question. Now, you started 12th. You finished second. You got caught up in quite a few things here tonight. I found yourself way back there in the back at one point, almost going a lap down. Fought your way back through the field to come into the second place. Did that little trick help you tonight that I told you? Did you actually blow on the monitor to get that speed?
I may have did something, or I was just driving hard, fighting through adversity. This team,
I told Getty that I was going to get you on that one, but anyway, a heck of a job. We thought that maybe you might have had a chance to pull it off here tonight. Nathan, got anything for him?
No, I mean, you on your self spin, you just hit the apron, right? That's what.
Yeah, I was underneath David Wright and caught the apron a little bit. Thought I had it saved, but yeah, just spun me around, and then just from there on, just settled in, was patient, and then just waited for the cautions to fall where they needed to fall, and put us in a good position at the end.
All right, that's what I kind of thought. Just, all right, I think that's.
Well, thoughts and concerns going into next week?
Not really too much thought about it. Just do 1 week at a time. And hopefully we can pick up that W soon. And
Well,
make ourselves in the.
now you're going to a track where anybody can win next week. You know that, right?
Oh yeah,
Talladega.
That's kind of a wild card, so I kind of throw that one out the window a little bit. But it's kind of nice to have a top 3 finish finally after a lot of issues going on the last few weeks or so.
Well, I was going to see if I couldn't find somebody to broadcast for me and see if I couldn't go up in there and race in the Talladega race, but odds are probably can't find a broadcaster. Anyway, shout-outs. Get them in, get them out. I know you got them.
Yeah, I'd like to thank SGK Racing for everything they do, and S2R as well. We practice with them a lot. And I'd like to thank everyone watching you up in the broadcast booth. You do a lot up there, and, just on next week. Hopefully we get that up.
All righty, Mr. Cornwet. That is how you pronounce your name, right?
It's Cronenwet.
Cronowet. Well, I still won't get it next week, but anyway, congratulations.
Thanks, David. Appreciate it.
Yep. SGK Racing. Now we got to get to Mr. Marsh, who has been waiting patiently to get his interview in. Mr. Marsh, you got a copy, my man?
I got you loud and clear.
Well, start off with, you had a shot where you went into the pit road, you made a 2-tire call, got out in the lead, and then come back down pit road the second time and ended up losing all of that over by overshooting your pit. But to overcome adversity, you still come back and won this race, man. Walk us through it.
Yeah, I definitely figured for sure right there I blew it, because when I overshot, I tried putting my shifter in the reverse and it wouldn't go for the first minute or so. I finally got it back into reverse, and at that point I figured I gave it away in 9. And luckily there was one more caution. Figured 2 would be the way to go, and it played off. But before that, I mean, I qualified top 5 and felt pretty good throughout the race, pretty much just trying to take my time. I'm not really sure what happened with Escott and them yet. I ended up catching Ben a little bit there under that wreck and felt bad about that, but I was pretty close then. And luckily it wasn't major damage, so at that point it pretty much was track position and trying to save tires, and was holding off Daddy there for a little bit, but he was starting to close on me later in that run for sure, and then we had that pit road incident.
Well, not a bad race. You started 4th, you finished 1st. Nathan, what do you got for him, man?
I mean, I know, Andrew, you've been having some bad luck, but does it feel good to finally to have that bad luck turn into good luck and get a win?
Oh yeah, I've had it about it all basically. This luck from connection issues to causing too many incidents basically and stuff. And just tried going in this race fresh, and it paid off basically. Where now I know as long as I run the amount of races, I'm locked in the playoffs.
Well, just on another note, this is your first DRL win?
No, I won the truck race at ISM last season.
Okay. Well, Mr. Marsh, congratulations on your win. Shout-outs. Get them in, get them out.
I would like to thank Dakota, Wilkins, Jeremy Hebel, Dougie, Kyle Meyer, my family, Derek Justice. A lot of them guys have helped me throughout the years starting sim racing, and the sponsors, you guys for putting on the broadcast, and everyone that does this league.
Well, again, not too bad for you here tonight. Got a pole. Well, you got the win. You started 4th. Look forward to seeing you back here next week at Talladega. Yeah, like you said, you're locked into the playoffs now. It's just continue to show up for the races and have a shot at it, man.
Yeah, it feels good to know I'm already in.
Well, you got to still compete now. Don't give up.
I know.
All right. Well, congratulations. Where do you want me to put you back at?
Flying Motors.
I think you said Flying Motorsports or something like that. Flying Sparks Racing. Alrighty. Well, let's quickly get our unofficial results. Unofficially, he led 51 laps of this race. Andrew Marsh wins. Gary Cornwett second. Getty Butner third. Mike Lemon fourth. James Larillo did not even get a lap led here tonight. Wow, that's unbelievable. Comes home in fifth place. Dustin Jones sixth. Bill Edwards seventh. Paul Barbuza eighth. Andrew Short come up short in ninth place. And Rod Farsenal rounds out our top 10. And helps if I click the right button. Jordan Larson, and I called him Kyle Larson earlier, comes home 11th. Brent Kincott comes home 12th. James Pandolf 13th. Clay Phillips did get a lap led here tonight, 14th. Matt Lovett, last week's winner, 15th. Ben Izinga, 16th. Ryan Hesgard led 53 laps here tonight, is going to pull away with the most laps led, if I'm not mistaken. Let me go back and just take a quick look at that. Yeah, and he gets that by 2 laps, so Hesgard not bad here tonight. 17th, David Wright, with everything that went on with him, comes home 18th. Martin Wenzel, 19th. And Randy Baker comes home 20th. Darius Jackson did not take the field, so we had 20 drivers who actually ran the race here tonight. What do you think going into Talladega, my man?
I think that we're gonna see a new winner next week or in 2 weeks. Hopefully it'll. I mean, I think we're gonna have a lot of fun at Talladega. Dega's always fun, and it's a super speedway, so we're gonna see lots of big crashes, lots of fun, or really good racing. So
I don't want to see no big crashes, but it is what it is. It is Talladega, and I am looking forward to broadcasting that race. I wished I could race it. I just don't think it's going to be in the cards for me. I'm not even in the top 10 in the truck series, so there was discussion about whether or not if I made it into the top 10, whether or not I would get a shot at running in it. So, I still need to broadcast, and I don't think anybody's going to be able to step up and take the job over. So, it's okay. I'll find something else to do. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to conclude our broadcast here tonight. Can't get over Mr. Marsh coming home with a win. Getty Butner trying to get his teammate a win here. Cornwett comes home just a little short. Bad luck for S2R here tonight. Wow, I just don't know what to say. Hesgard didn't even finish in the top 10.
I know that's super weird. It's just super weird for S2R not to have a good race, but sometimes it falls. That's just the way the cookie crumbles.
Yep. All right. As always, ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank James Pandolf for putting this league together. Martin Wenzel and Jordan Gonzalez for our graphics and technical departments. JP for our marketing. We want to thank our broadcasters, David Welborn Jr. and myself. Ryan Branch, Martin Wenzel, Getty Buckner, James Pandolf, Derek Pemberton, Eric Weatherholtz, David Lindell, David Wingfield, and we're going to have to add you to the list here tonight, Nathan, for coming in and joining us here tonight. I don't know if you'll be able to do this a lot, but do appreciate you coming up in here and joining me here tonight.
Yeah, it depends. Depends if I have the time to race. If I don't, I will hopefully join you. It's been a lot of fun joining you tonight.
Sounds great. We're going to thank our race control is Martin Wenzel, Getty Buckner, James Pandolf, Robbie Armstrong, Dakota Wilkins, Ryan Hesgard, Jeremy Hebel, Richard Springer, and Eric Weatherholtz. Our administrators are James Pandolf, Getty Buckner, Martin Wenzel, Ryan Branch, and myself. Thoughts and concerns, questions from drivers, hit us up. You can't miss us. We're in red. Anybody else can hit JP up at the website. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to conclude our broadcast here tonight for DRL TV here at the Richmond International Speedway. We were here for 175 laps. Look forward to going to Talladega next week. Again, we're going to be there. It's not next week. It's actually April the 30th. Can't wait to go over there. Our next broadcast is going to be tomorrow night at Bristol Motor Speedway for 150 laps in our trucks. Come back and join us then. Ladies and gentlemen, good night and God bless.